Canada is a beautiful country located in North America. It is the world's second largest country by landmass. Massive mountains, country-sized lakes, and Arctic archipelago, a vast network of national parks, and even its desert may be found in the country. Given that Canada includes 1/10 of the world's forests, it's no wonder that trees cover half of the country. Visitors can spend months admiring the huge skies, ancient evergreens, and deep canyons, not to mention the beaches of Canada. Options of things to see are endless. But that is exactly why we're here. Examine the places on this list and determine which ones you wish to see throughout your trip. But first and foremost, please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. Number 1. Toronto. Toronto, Ontario's capital, is the largest and most diverse metropolis in the country. Toronto can accommodate people from all over the world thanks to its cultural hotspots such as Greektown, Little India, and Koreatown, which are all inside the municipal borders. Toronto is Canada's cultural hub, offering performances like ballet, opera, symphony, and Broadway. The CN Tower, which is 1,815 feet tall, is also located here. When you mix outstanding shopping, fine dining, and fantastic museums, the enjoyment is limitless. Many of the city's major attractions are within walking distance of one another, and for extended journeys, there is a train system. Explore the massive path network of underground walkways that connect shops, entertainment, and attractions if you're in Toronto during the winter. In the summer, take a stroll along the beautiful coastline and visit the beaches and parks just outside the city center, in either direction, which are perfect for hot summer holidays. Number 2. Ottawa. Ottawa, Canada's capital, is located in the province of Ontario's East End, near Montreal and the US border. Ottawa is home to some of the country's top national museums and historic monuments, as well as Parliament Hill in the city center, a beautiful setting along the Rideau Canal. It's also a small city, so getting around and exploring is simple. The National Gallery of Canada, which is located on the Ottawa River, has spectacular Victorian architecture and museums with noteworthy collections of Indigenous and other Canadian art. The park-lined Rideau Canal is packed with boats in the summer, and when the weather is just right in the winter, the canal transforms into a 7.8-kilometer long skating rink. Ottawa is only a few hours from Toronto and can be reached by car or train at any time of year. Number 3. Banff. One of Alberta's most famous tourist sites is this little city with a rugged landscape. With a range of hotel options, intriguing stores, and casual to high-end restaurants, it is dedicated to the tourism industry. This little alpine village in the Canadian Rockies foothills attracts both nature enthusiasts and luxury seekers. Tourists come from all over the world to see the Canadian Rockies in the summer, and skiers and snowboarders come to experience the slopes of Lake Louise Ski Resort and Sunshine Village Ski Resort, two of Canada's finest ski resorts in the winter. You can also dine via cable car at the top of the mountain, rest in a hot, springs-fed pool, hike magnificent paths, and shop till you drop. Number 4. Whistler. Whistler is probably your ideal location if you adore skiing. The hairy marmots that populate the area and whistle like deflating balloons are named after this gabbled mountain town and the 2010 Olympic location. It is one of the largest, most well-equipped, and most popular ski resorts in the world. Despite its reputation, Whistler is a stunning and popular summer resort that offers hiking, biking, golfing, and a range of other activities. Whistler is nestled between two big mountains, Whistler and Blackcomb. The peak-to-peak gondolas connect the two summits and is open year-round to both skiers and non-skiers. The settlement is surrounded by a mix of wild rivers, teal blue lakes, boundless forests, and volcanic peaks. The Sea to Sky Highway, a scenic trip that rates as one of Canada's most spectacular drives, connects the region's attractions and communities. Number 5. St. John. St. John is a historic and lovely city in Canada's far eastern province of Newfoundland and Labrador. St. John is positioned on a ridge overlooking one of the world's most magnificent natural harbors, which was once inhabited by the British in the 1600s. The site is stunning because it embraces the port so closely that ships can come and depart right in the heart of the city's business and residential district. Its downtown colorful row houses are well known. Locals affectionately refer to the brightly colored row houses as Jelly Bean Row. It could be any of the many groups of painted wooden houses that dot the hillsides rather than the distinct street. Two of the city's many historic monuments and attractions are Signal Hill and George Street. Number 6. Vancouver. If you're looking for beauty, climate, a fantastic environment, and plenty of things to do, a vacation to Vancouver is a must. A trip to Vancouver is all about enjoying the outdoors thanks to its nice climate that keeps temperatures moderate throughout the year. Vancouver, with its mountain backdrop and urban beaches, has a well-deserved reputation as one of the most beautiful cities in the world. This bustling metropolis, situated on the Pacific Ocean's coasts and surrounded by snow-capped mountains, is open all year. Grouse Mountain skiing, swimming at Kitsilano Beach, and strolling through Stanley Park are all possibilities. In addition, there are several cultural attractions in this British Columbia city, including museums and outdoor activities. You can go shopping on Granville Island or visit Gastown, which is an area full of restaurants, galleries, and boutiques located in beautifully restored Victorian buildings if you're staying in Vancouver for more than a few days and want to do some sightseeing. Number 7. Niagara Falls. The Niagara Falls, despite their tiny size in contrast to other falls, is one of the most impressive and well-known in the world. Since its discovery, the majestic Niagara Falls, Canada's most famous natural wonder, has attracted visitors. They are situated along the Niagara River, which forms the US-Canadian boundary, in the far northwest of New York State. In order of size, the Horseshoe Falls are commonly known as the Canadian Falls. The American Falls and the Bridal Veil Falls make up Niagara Falls. The view of the tremendous wall of water rushing over the falls, as well as the perspective and access afforded to visitors, is spectacular. A helicopter tour of the falls is also available if you can walk close to the edge of the falls, divided only by a cast iron railing, to observe the water crest. The city is strange and lively with a carnival-like atmosphere. In addition to the falls, Clifton Hill, often known as Niagara Street of Fun, features the Niagaran Sky Wheel, the Niagara Speedway, restaurants, and family-friendly attractions. Number 8. Montreal. Montreal is Canada's second-largest metropolis and cultural capital. It's a unique city with a charming old historic section dating back to the 1600s. Although English-speaking visitors will have no trouble chatting, Montreal, which is located in the French-speaking province of Quebec, has its own distinct cultural identity. Despite the city's size, Montreal's tourist attractions are centered in tiny areas like Ville-Montreal and the Plateau. Old Montreal is the main tourist hotspot with cobblestone alleys and lovely old buildings, and it's a perfect place to get lost while meandering up and down the historical streets. Montreal is home to a large number of fashion designers and high-end businesses, in addition to charming hotels and restaurants. Number 9. Victoria. Victoria, which is protected by the Olympic Peninsula Mountains and influenced by the warm North Pacific Current, has the mildest climate in Canada. It's one of Canada's hottest areas in the winter, and it's a popular tourist destination for Canadians and international visitors year-round, with year-round activities. Victoria pays homage to the country's British heritage and has a nice small-town vibe, thanks in part to its island location. Among the sights to see are the parks and gardens, which are covered in foliage and flowers all year. Victoria's Inner Harbour, which attracts the majority of tourists, is home to the Parliament buildings and the famous Empress Hotel. A stroll along the waterfront on a sunny day is breathtaking. Beaches and beautiful coastline views, as well as parks and hiking trails, are all just outside the municipal limits. Number 10. Winnipeg. Winnipeg is the capital of Manitoba, a Canadian province. At the junction of the Red and Assiniboine rivers, it is the geographic center of central Canada, halfway between the Atlantic and Pacific Seas. One of Winnipeg's most prominent sites is the Forks, where these two rivers meet. The Forks contain many converted warehouses into shops and restaurants, as well as plenty of open areas for festivals, concerts, and exhibits. The adjacent Exchange District is known for its well-preserved early 20th century architecture and abundance of art galleries. The city has recently gained notoriety as a result of the addition of its newest major attraction, the magnificent Canadian Museum for Human Rights. Winnipeg may not be the first place that springs to mind when thinking of the best places to visit in Canada, but it is well worth the trip. There are many more great places in Canada that aren't on our list. Please let us know if there is a place you wish to find on the list in the comment section below. Also remember to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more amazing videos, and until then, best wishes.